Welcome to Salazar Insight. This is a YouTube channel that was developed so that we can provide insight to different topics in life, talk about things that we have to deal with in general every day. The purpose that I wanted to do this is to make sure to give viewers an opportunity to look at things differently. One of the things that I consider is basically to take you out of your comfort zone when it comes to thinking about things. I am not going to be able to provide answers for you. Maybe sometimes it might help you with an answer, but just basically an opportunity to look at things differently. It is my expectation that throughout this series of videos that we'll provide throughout time, that we'll be talking about various topics, including things such as life challenges, relationships, parenting, self-motivation, self-achievement, careers, different types of challenges, and any other type of things that we can come up with that will help you look at things in a different light. My purpose here is not also to convince you about anything, or if I say something it doesn't mean that it's correct. It's just someone else's opinion, and you know that there are a lot of things that you can read about, hear about, and just develop your own conclusions. But I really thought that it was important for me to take this based on all my years of experience in life in general, not only professionally, personally, with relationships, parenting, challenges that I've dealt with, successes that I've had, and even failures. Yes, I'm using the F word, failures, something that we are sometimes afraid to talk about. But we'll address those things. So I want to make sure that people understand that I just want you to look at things differently, get someone else's opinion. I am not a celebrity. I am not world renowned for anything or actually known for anything. I'm just a simple person that has been through life and has learned a lot. Had my successes, like I said earlier, had some falls, but like everything else, you know, you heard this about you clean yourself up and you keep on going. So I hope that I'm able to give you an opportunity to look at things a little bit differently and use that as you make your decisions to do things in life, whatever that it may be. So to kick things off in this first initial episode, the thing that we're going to be talking about is drama. Yes, folks, drama. Something that people don't realize that we deal with drama every day in all aspects of life. Some of you will say, oh yeah, drama. I know plenty of people that all they do is create drama and stuff. And that's an interesting way to look at things, because sometimes when we are quick to identify someone that's surrounded by drama, always brings drama, it probably is because you know about it, maybe you've even done it and you recognize it. Right, so we have to be careful when we point our fingers to others always having drama. What I want you to consider this is, take a look in the mirror. If you're telling about other people and the drama that they create, are you creating any drama? The answer might be no. I know some people that are professionals that do really well, and they don't handle drama well. They don't put up with it, but they are forward thinkers, they're action takers, and they just don't tolerate with that, and good for them. But that's how we need to all look at it. The problem with drama is there's two ways to look at drama. One is people that create drama. They're dealing with a situation, there's an issue, but we just have to make it a lot more than what it is, make it so much bigger to either attract attention, to look for some sympathy, look for some support, and sometimes we forget that we need to really focus on what is the issue. So basically you got to peel back the onion and find out what is the real issue that's causing all this drama, and we will find out that many times the issue is not as bad as it seems to be, or the way that it's been played out to be. That's what the media does. You see how they take a situation and it's very difficult and they dramatize it, because that's what attracts listeners. Well, why do you think people create drama? So that they attract listeners, people that say, oh, poor thing, all this has gone wrong. Really? It might be a bad situation, and you might be dealing with a challenge or a tragedy, but dramatizing ain't going to help it. You either got to look for a solution, or look how you can deal with the thing that you've been dealt with. A lot of people have some tough situations, and they don't dramatize. They're doers. There's an issue, we deal with it. So you're dealing with people that create drama, and the other side of the coin, you have people that are always listening to others that have drama. And here's the thing, that when you are listening to someone about their drama, basically what you're doing is you are just providing an audience. And the fact that you're listening to them allows them to continue to go ahead and do it. So in a way, you're supporting it. But then again, you turn around and say, oh, so-and-so is just so dramatic about everything. Well, then help them. If you see drama, try to nip it in the bud. We need to do that for ourselves and for others. Identify the issue, try to come up with a solution. Now, by no means am I trying to downplay and say that people don't have tragedies and serious challenges that they have to deal with. Absolutely. And yes, do we feel bad for them and wish sometimes that we can do something but we can't? Yes, that's all true. But we don't have to make dramatization about it. Don't let them do it, and you shouldn't either. Because when people have a real situation, dealing with a real crisis or an emergency, you will notice that people are not dealing with drama. I'll give you an example. You want to see people that are dealing with challenges and having to face the reality? Go to a hospital, go to an oncology ward at a children's hospital where you have kids that are fighting for their lives because they have some type of cancer, and you see their parents in there. And what are those kids trying to do? They're not down on themselves. They're not saying, oh, you know, why did this happen to me and all this thing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to find a cure. They're trying to do what they can to prolong their life. Parents are looking for solutions. They're looking for answers. They're not out there just talking about how it's the end of the world. And that's a very tragic thing. And sometimes do lose their lives. But there's no drama. They deal with the situation and then they move on. And sometimes we have small challenges, small problems in life that we make them so much bigger. And you know what's that an indication of? You don't have enough challenges or problems. You need a bigger challenge. And you might have heard this before, but people that are always upset and dramatizing about little things, or that get worked up about little things, you really don't have a lot of big issues to think about. So what my message here is for people to consider: get rid of the drama. Don't play into it. This is something that we continue to see, and you will continue to support throughout life and not even realizing it, because why? We're all used to it. And this happens when we become as kids, and it just gets worse. Now, talking about kids, I know somebody's probably saying, oh yes, you know, oh, my teenager, they're full of drama, or my kid is full of drama. Well, yeah, they're kids, and we're going to have a different episode to talk about teenagers and drama and kids and drama. But let me just give you an example here. When you have a little child, and those of you that are parents will understand this, when it's time to go to the doctor and they have to go get their shot, and they know they're going to get a shot, you know the drama that's involved with that, right? They get very upset, they don't want to go, they have tantrums, and you're doing everything that you can within your wits to convince them to go. I know probably some of you, it's probably even cost you money, right? Because how many times said, oh, if you go to the doctor and you don't cry and you behave, you know, I'll get you this after the doctor's office. Oh, so that's what happens. We have all this big drama, and then the kids go to the doctor, they're all upset, they've worked themselves up, they're hyperventilating, and then they finally get to the time to get their shot, and they get their shot, and what happens? Usually, two things. One, the child's like, oh, that's it? It didn't hurt. Or they're like ready, they're about to cry, and they're all upset, and then it's done, and like, they was so fast they didn't get a chance to cry, and they're just looking at their parents saying, wow, this wasn't too bad. And what do you say to yourself? Well, of course it wasn't. That's what I try to tell you. And you say all this thing, and you're like upset at them because they made such a big deal about it. Okay, so that could be like a small child. Take the same situation, and move it to an adult. A 30-year-old, 35, 40, 55, 60, any age. Change the topic, but you'll get the same scenario. You have a challenge in life, you get very upset, you get worked up about it, you hyperventilate till you actually deal with it and you realize, you know what? It wasn't as bad. Or you deal with a situation where you say, oh, this is the end of the world for me, everything's gone wrong, nothing goes my way, and all of a sudden you get a breakthrough and you realize, oh wow, things are actually better than I thought they would be. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But what did we do in between? We drove ourselves crazy. We made a big deal about it. Right? And not only did we do it to ourselves, but we also brought people around us. You do not realize how much time you spend or you waste dealing with drama, whether you're giving it or putting up with it. Right? So going back to the example about the child and the vaccinations and the shots, yes, they have drama, but they're little kids. They're just learning to figure out life. Teenagers, there's so much going on in their life that they don't know what's going on. But yet we make a big deal about them, but yet when we are adults and we create drama, well, then that's okay. But the reason that we do it is because as kids, that's what we did and we got away with it. And the reason that we do a lot of drama is because that's what we're used to, and it happens in every walk of life. So my message, again, the insight that I want to provide to you today is cut the drama. You will be surprised how much time you save, and when you get to the bottom of the issue and you realize what the problem is and find the solution, then you're going to realize that, hey, maybe it really wasn't worth it. Okay? But one of the things is cut the drama out of your life. You will be surprised. It's not an easy thing to do at first because we may not even realize the drama, right? But it's there, and others will point it out to you. So please stop the drama, identify the issue, come up with solutions. You want people to help you? Don't tell them a whole song and dance. Say, here's an issue, I need help. Right? That's what people want to do. If you want to help someone else, again, don't listen to the drama. Just say, hey, I'm really, feel bad that you're dealing with this situation. How can I help you get through this? Not let's tell me everything that happened and so and so and so and that. Stop that. Stop that, because that's why we're going backwards in our society, because we're all filled with drama. We thrive on drama. How about we just take a step back, take a breather, and say, this is a challenging situation. Let's see how we can fix it. Thank you, folks. I wanted to talk about drama. I hope some of you got something out of this. Probably some of you are going to say, well, listen to this guy. He's just creating drama on screen. Well, I'm not trying to create drama. If you take it that way, that's okay. Hopefully, people will get something out of this. But please consider taking a whole different perspective, a whole different outlook on drama. Right? Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you like this video, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button below, and go ahead and share this video with others, with friends, either to tell them, hey, this is something good, or hey, take a look at this guy, you know what he's talking about. Either way, share it. Let people know. Some of them need comedy relief. But the most important thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have any comments, please share them below. Good, bad. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to get your thoughts. And if you have any ideas of any things that you'd like for me to talk about, please put them down also, because that's something that I would like to go ahead and identify. What are the needs people out there? Let me know. I have a whole list of things that are coming up. So please look forward to that. And I ask you to please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you'll know when the new videos are put up. So thank you very much for listening. And one of the things I want to leave you with is, please remember to learn to live and live to learn.